What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I'm T-Squared Trent. As you guys know, on Wednesdays he helps out in the local youth group, so he will not be here tonight. What's up, Daniel? We're going to be going over charts and kind of what's going on in the markets, and we're just going to have a good time. Brought me Corona today. Yeah, man. Sometimes you just gotta go light. It's simple. Before we get started and everything, don't forget, smash that like. Not that thumbs down, thumbs up. Not thumbs down, thumbs up. Get that smash, get that camera to rock and roll. Got a little rock and roll music going right now too. Got the subscribe bell. You know how it is, so decorative and delightful. Just like from Great Mouse Detective, if you guys even remember that movie. Subscribe button is in one of these corners. I haven't quite figured it out yet, so just keep an eye out for it. So, what's going on, Daniel? What do we got going for you, man? You got any coins that we want to chart out? I did want to pull up one argument real fast before I dive over to the charts, because this is a really interesting argument. It's kind of like strategies with Michael Saylor. Here. I thought I could have more than one chart up at once, but apparently it doesn't want me to have that. Check it out. Add to screen. Now this is pretty interesting. Canton strikes 3.5 BN crypto venture deal with SoftBank and Tether. And they want to do DCA strategy into Bitcoin. So kind of what MicroStrategies is doing, or strategies now with Michael Saylor, but on steroids. Brandon Lutnick, son of U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, is partnering with SoftBank and Tether and Bitfinex on Bitcoin acquisition vehicle to capitalize on cryptocurrencies revival under the U.S. President Donald Trump. The consortium announced on Wednesday that it was creating a multi-billion-dollar Bitcoin acquisition vehicle called 21 Capital that will absorb billions in cryptocurrencies from other partners with the aim of buying up more Bitcoin. Earlier on Tuesday, the Financial Times reported that the deal was near. The vehicle will launch with 42,000 Bitcoin, making it the third biggest reserve of the cryptocurrencies globally. It will be formed from a reserve merger from the younger Lutnick's special purpose acquisition vehicle, Canton Equity Partners, which raised $100 million last year with the aim of finding a target company. 21 Capital claims to use the funds in an effort to replicate a path taken by MicroStrategy, a one-time software company whose shares surged after pivoting into cryptocurrency investing. The deal values the vehicle at $3.6 billion, including debt, based on Bitcoin price of $85,000. 21 Capital said on Wednesday. The vehicle is an attempt by Brandon Lutnick, who was named chair of the brokerage Cantor Fitzgerald when his father stepped down to become Trump's top trade envoy to be the center of crypto investment boom. MicroStrategy has captured attention on public markets after it began issuing stock and speculative debt to purchase a massive stockpile of Bitcoin. The company now holds tens of billions of dollars in Bitcoin and has a market capitalization of $91 billion. Canton Equity Partners is seeking to create a publicly listed alternative alongside some of the industrial biggest and often most controversial traders of crypto. Tether will contribute at least $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, while SoftBank and Bitfinex will contribute the remainder of the digital currency. According to the two people familiar with the matter, Tether and Bitfinex are owned by the same parent company. The share some of the same leadership. I actually did not know that Tether and Bitfinex were owned by the same parent company. Lutnick's SPAC will also raise $385 million convertible bond and separate $200 million private placement of equity to buy additional Bitcoin. Eventually, SoftBank, Tether, and Bitfinex will see their investments of Bitcoin converted into shares in 21 Capitals at $13 a share for private placement and $10 a share for convertible bond. In 2021, Tether and Bitfinex settled a large regulatory investigations with New York State Attorney General and Commodity Futures Trading Commission. The Trump administration has promised more accommodative stance to cryptocurrencies trading. Cantor Fitzgerald has already been a beneficiary of advertising on Tether at $775 million investment in right-wing video sharing company Rumble. Rumble. Bitcoin's price peaked at $106,000 in the month Trump's election win in November, but seesawed in the following months and is now trading at almost 93,000 coin. And MicroStrategy's share price has fallen 27% from record high close in November, which I think seesaw is just kind of funny what to throw in there. Shares in Cantor Equity Partners jumped 24% on Wednesday morning. Luckney said in a statement on Wednesday that the vehicle was designed to help investors capture value from Bitcoin's growing global demand and increasing institutional adoption. 21 Capital will run by Jack Mahler, a crypto executive behind Bitcoin buying platform Strike. The crypto tide is the first potential wave of SPAC deals led by Cantor Fitzgerald, in addition to its Cantor Equity Partners SPAC. It has created two other such vehicles led by younger Lutnick that are hunting for deals, which are also witnessed a jump in their share price early on Wednesday. The brokerage also underwritten a handful of SPACs in the recent months issued by the third parties. Whew, that was a lot, man. I don't know about you, but that was a lot to read without stopping, so I feel pretty proud of myself. And two, that's pretty big, man. I mean, MicroStrategy was like the bull, in the bear market that held Bitcoin together. So the fact that these guys are going to make MicroStrategy look like a tiny guy, these guys, the big bulls in the bull market are pulling this thing around. That's huge, guys. That's pretty big news. And then before we get started in the charts, I'm throwing the charts up right now. We don't need to look at bubbles. Crypto.com officially signed paperwork with True Social Company, and they are now working on their ETF. That was already rumored, but now it's official. They got the official paperwork in. All right, we're diving in. You want to do Bitcoin then Chainlink? Generational wealth. And guys, don't forget to smash that like. Cheers. Hit that subscribe button. They don't call it the Blockchain Brew Show for nothing. All right, where are we at? Bitcoin. I'm currently in a short on Bitcoin, just so everybody knows. Check out the 24-minute. I'm not gonna lie, dude. These people effing with me today. I figured I put my short in right here. The sucker, dude. I get this X, right? So I put my short in, and all of a sudden I see this giant wick up. I'm like, oh, F. I'm like, it's gonna break through. If I break through, dude, it ain't gonna be a good sign. I freaking closed it at 10% loss, and I was like, okay, I can get liquidated. I'm gonna put it back in. That was probably a bad choice. I put my short back in. I don't know, like right here. And no, so I think I'm down just a hair on my short, but I'm expecting a retracement, man, back to 91,000-ish. And then I also have a long one to fit in there too, so hopefully I can double dip. Where are we at? So we got anchor trigger wave right here. Currently, it's totally great for my short, right? But we don't have bull div, so that's a thing. At least I'm on the 24-minute, right? We have an anchor trigger wave, which is showing you something really interesting because we got 3 trigger waves, XXX, and it doesn't break through the 93,000, which makes me a little nervous about my short, but we'll kind of play it out, Money flow getting thin, strength coming down a little bit. It's marking red line saying we're oversold or overbought. Pardon. Money flow. The VWAP's kind of flipping and flopping in. Let's see if we get a better view on the larger time frame. All right, we got an X on the 1 hour. The larger time frames hold more power. As you see, the red dots just on the 1 hour mark the end of a bullish trend. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go down. Now, X is usually a sign of a short. As you can see, we had an X right here. We could have shorted it down, They don't always play out. We got an X here. The X right here, the X played out. The X didn't play out. But if you waited 4 hours or 5 hours, it would have got a second X to give you confirmation. The VWAP is curved upside, which gives you a little bit momentum thinking that this X might not actually play out and be like a dud like the previous one, maybe even like that one. Money flow is kind of coming down a little bit. Strength, same thing, Anchor wave, trigger wave. If we could actually dip down a little bit, this X plays out a little bit, and we actually dip down a little bit, we'll get an anchor wave with a trigger wave, which could be really bullish for the 1 hour. So we almost want this X to play out a little bit, just enough to push us down. 4 hour, doji candle, doji candle, doji candle, doji candle. They still haven't played out. So you have signs of it wanting to cool off, hasn't cooled off yet. Blue oscillator wave, we're still above the 60, we're 66.71, which means the usual will take a couple push downs before we can actually break below this trend line. If we do break below this trend line, I would expect psychological levels of support at 90,000. If we went the other time frames, it was 91. So maybe it's up at 91. That is on the 4 hour. 4 hours money flows come in. VWAP says there could be more room to the upside. We're super strong right now at the strength. We are oversold. We'll jump ahead to daily. Daily is getting closer to getting around a rounding top, which is a little bit saying like we're peaking, but man, it hasn't peaked to the fat lady things, you know what I'm saying? So I've seen it more than once where we'll end up not closing. We're kind of looking like this little other hump where it looks like it wants to close down, but we haven't made it there, and for all we know, they can shoot right back up. So hold your eyes to see if I can find an example of that, you know. As an example, dude, I don't see one. Let's just scroll back. I don't see an example, though. That being said, I have lost trades before because of projecting what I expected to do, and because I did not wait, you can lose. So be careful. Oh, I guess I didn't finish everything either. Okay, we got a little bit of money flow, just a tiny bit. You can only tell because of the little red line on the bottom just flipped green. Saying the green line saying we're over bought, so we still have more room to go up, and the strength still has been going up, as well as we try to catch the last third of the red wave to the last third of the green wave, which is a sign of saying that we still have continuation. What's up, Trent? Everybody say hi to Trent. He dropped in and said hi to us. We still have the green dot on the weekly, still bullish, guys. I think that we might cool off maybe a couple days, but other than that, dude, I think it's gonna be jamming. I think we'll be jamming, bro. All right, I'm going to go into chain link if everybody's okay with that. If anybody has requested coins that they want me to take a look at, I'll be more than happy to take a look at them. So just throw them in the chart. Keep me entertained, guys, because I'm here for you. You guys make the brew show. Take a look at memes. We'll take a layer twos. We'll take a look at gold. Check out gaming coins, whatever, man. And dude, look at that fat run. That was all from yesterday. Woo! That was a lot. And I did remember, guys, I told you earlier, we referenced this trigger wave. Like when we get above 60, it takes a couple breaks before we could even break it. And dude, it smashed it like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times before we finally broke down. We got an anchor wave, trigger wave, trigger wave. It kind of gave us this little bit of not... We need a deep, this anchor wave over here is kind of far back. We'd like one a little closer to have more power. VWAP's on the bottom right now, saying we have sell pressure with the, see the blue oscillator waves. They're still going down and the light blue wave and the dark blue wave haven't curved into each other. When they curve into each other, we think close, we get the green dot. So it looks like there's more likely room to go down to the downside, and I would be looking at possibly a long order in right around in here about 14.55, about maybe 30 cents. That is if it falls below this trend line right here and closes. You could even do a little tiny one right here if you really want to. As you can see, it quick. But we haven't quite closed that one. If we fall below the $14.55, you got a little bit of stop power right here, but I really do think that we could close right here, at least on the 24-minute time frame. We'll jump into the 1 hour time frame. We have a double top. You guys see this double top? It's the first thing that I saw. Maybe it was on the 24-minute. I just didn't see it. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is theirs. But on the 1 hour, it was just more observant for me. You got double top. The red dots and loss of momentum. We have bearish divergence. You know, you could possibly... I don't know, man. I don't think we have the bearish divergence because Well, maybe if we went to off high sheet. No, we don't have bearish. It'd be swing down, swing down. It almost makes you want to think that there is bearish divergence, but I don't see. By the way, I did say these are high in the sheet candles. They use the average of the previous candle to form their new candle. Going back to chain link on the 1 hour, the relative strength coming down. The same we're over bots. I always do this. Yeah, over bots. So we're going down. Red line. Money flow is still thick though, which is a bullish sign. Like I said, we try to. The last third of the wave is generally bearish, but we can't really tell about the third of the way if we are a third of the way through, especially because we have this nice hump right here. Keep me marking the top. We also have the VWAP just below, saying that it's not curving up yet, so kind of keep an eye on that as well. We do have an anchor wave right here, and so we could expect to see somewhat of a come down, like we were just saying, to like maybe the $14.55 line, and we could get this blue oscillator wave to come down and clip under the 0 line and start working its way back up. That would be a real strong signal saying we're still moving. And what we see on the weekly is that we're still bullish. We have a giant cup. I mean, let's just see that just straight off the bat. And I'm kind of glad actually we stopped right here instead of kept going, because if we kept going to like around $15, that would have been a double top, which would not have been a great signal to have. Money flow still thick on the 4 hour. VWAP still good. Tiny VWAP. Generally, when we see signs like this, it's trying to fight through, but it keeps getting stopped out. It can't quite close above this 12. What was it? 1491. Oh, frick me, man. Where's how hard is that? Looks like the blue oscillator wave too, where we're talking about like on Bitcoin. This one's actually curving more, so we're just getting to like where I'm trying to see on the camera. It's like cupping, dude. So you see, we're just at the 50%, which is usually a bearish sign. So I would not be surprised to see a red dot form. Now, if we go back to the 4 hour, you can see where we formed that cup. It's cut. I'm going to remove this little line. We formed this cup right here. We got that red dot. There's the red dot on the top. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going down. It just indicates an end to the bullish trend for the moment. But we still have the strength up high, still working. We're overbought. Damn it, I did it again. Oversold. The VWAP. This is VWAP. If you look at it, it's coming down nice and smooth. It's not sharp and jagged like something like this. And so the nice and smooth one, generally, we kind of scoop and then we'll come right back up. So that's kind of a good sign to see. The money flow is kind of awkward, dude. With the 12 hour, you don't see it. You really don't see it in the 12 hour. The daily time frame strength shooting straight up. That's a fantastic sign. The blue oscillator wave still aiming to the upside. Still marking that we are oversold, still a continuation. It's literally bending in the front. In fact, that we're just starting a little bit of green right here, which is a great sign saying that. But expect more money to be coming in. VWAP still starting to curve down, but you just don't know when it's up high like this. You can see over here, it kind of started to curve down, but it's kept going. So looks like something that we can expect. All right, let's go to Pepe. Pepe! We don't have any SPX 6900s in here? Man, that was a hot coin yesterday. I think I see something that's a really good sign. I see something. Do you guys see what I see? Do you guys see what I see? I'll have to spell it out for you. What do we call this pattern? That's not my paint pen. What do we call this pattern? Remember, we saw it play out just recently. You guys remember what this pattern's called? In my little doodles. Woo! Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel on Pepe. Marking some bullish territory. And not just that, and we're on the 24-minute too. We have a green dot marking a bottom with a green dot on the blue oscillator wave. So we got one green dot marking the bottom, which is one, you could say, like, remember, we evolved for one bullet. How many bullets do you want? One bullet, that green dot. You got the second bullet, blue oscillator wave. You got the a doji candle right here, which is a 3 bullets. I think we got 3 bullets, but I'm gonna say 4 with Jesus Take the Wheel because that sucker plays out solid. It's a solid play out. And I'll be looking forward to where we're at, the 24 minutes. So we still might be able to see this play out tonight, probably into tomorrow, if I had to guess. The strength's down low, which gives us more room to run up. You know, it's kind of cooled off. We're still technically in the overbought territory. Oh, it's okay. That's okay. Strength still coming down. Oversold. The blue oscillator waves have not eclipsed yet, and the green wave money flow is still coming down. You know, we might see the Jesus Take the Wheel take play maybe right around here at 83.91. We shall see. We also have a very micro supporter I see right here. Maybe that will hold. Jesus Take the Wheel, right? Woo! That's what you want to see. What do we got over here? You know, I always think this pattern is kind of an interesting one, and this is kind of a dangerous one. You could almost say it's a fat slanted Jesus Take the Wheel, but I don't quite see it. It's kind of a stretch right there, and we're on the 4 hour, so it still looks like it's coming down. Money flow is still thick, but it's starting to curve down. So if this was the peak, we are starting to have that cool off period. Plus we have this massive support right here. You can see it right there, a little bit right there. There's a good chance that we will be coming down right here on the 4 hour, which is actually not a bad sign, especially for the Jesus Take the Wheel. And you got the daily. We have a green dot on market cipher A. What this indicates, I'll see if I get rid of this yellow line so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. And I'm gonna get rid of this white line too. A green dot indicates all 5 of market cipher A's flipped bullish, and a triangle is one line flipping bullish, so it continued bullish. As you can tell, the silhouette right here, this is all market cipher A. This is the silhouette, and so we flipped one line right here, flipped bullish, and now we have all 5 lines are flipping bullish, which is a great sign. And we got, you guys can't really see this because of my stuff. I'm gonna move it over. We have a little bit of green dot saying, green dot, pardon me, money flow coming in. It's right here, just turning to turn green, which is a good sign. Strength still good. It's the market that we're oversold, still have movement to the upside. We'll catch you in the middle of the end of the red. So hopefully we project the next half into the green money flow, which should be a good sign. As well as this has not popped yet. And what I see is, we have bulls are in control and bulls are still in control. So we might expect to see, you know, a kind of a curve down, kind of maybe we saw like this, and then we'll have another one curve down and continue our momentum. All right, what do we got looking for us? Let's go into SPX. What's up, Charles? Charles, my dude. What's cracking, man? Give me a second, guys. I have to take a sip. Got me dry mouth. Usually I have Trent here to help me keep my mouth from being dry in a non-sexual way. Interesting, guys. Are we below the 60? No, we're not quite at the 60, but it's taking a couple cracks at it for us to figure out what the hell is going on here. Dick and the money leaving. That's fat, man. Strength down low. Saying we're oversold still. Or no, sorry. Overbought. I'm telling you, man, one of these days I'll figure it out. One of these coins will start clicking. We got it. You know, I've seen this pattern play out a lot of times. When I get these green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dots, and I've back traced it, and they usually play out in the direction they're all kind of facing. So like, I'll show you an example right here. So we get these green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. I expect us to start working our way up like this. And as you can see over here, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. We started working our way down. So you see how the way it goes down, this wave goes up, You go over here, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, and we came down. Green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, and we started coming up. So I do believe this is actually a bullish pattern. And I don't know if anybody's ever taught that. I just figured it out one day because I was like, what the hell's going on? I got to scroll through and figure it out because I'm tired of this long, short, open, long, open, short, open, long, open, short, open, long, open, short, open, long, open, short. So I kind of did some back playing around on my end to figure out what the hell that meant. So that's what I get out of it, you know. And we might still kind of have that swift flicker a little bit because the red's still kind of thick and the VWAP's just curving down. On the 24-minute, on the 1 hour, dude, the light blue wave and the dark blue wave, you can see they're just starting to clip over each other. It hasn't fully formed yet, but this is playing into what we were just discussing with the red dot, green dots, because this is turning into a solid green dot. And as we go into longer time frames, the more power it has. You know, like the ring of power, like Lord of the Rings. You want the power. And we're hitting off this support level right here. Oh. Strength still coming down, just a little bit red. The 4 hours saying that we're over. I'm gonna get it right this time. We are over. Sold. Ah, did it. Oversold. So we're gonna buy more. Haha. Knew I was gonna right. I had to think about that. Green. Oversold. All right. Did we draw this out last night, guys, or is this 2 nights ago? This head and Jesus take the wheel pattern. I think this was 2 nights ago. But we drew it out. We just never erased it. And we got that going on. Pepe, was it Pepe on the 24-minute, I believe? Jesus take the wheel. Yeah, dude, that's kind of what I see too, man. We're just retesting it, dude. Chill out. And you're talking about SPX, right, Charles? SPX, man. Do you know though? This is still within, I would say today, or maybe 1, 2, 3, 12 hours, 16 hours. I guess, you know, we could say yesterday, right around this time or right before. The one thing that I think we did miss when we were out here charting is we got a double top signal. Or maybe we might have even talked about it. But you see the double top, man. Like plain as day on SPX. Red money flows. This is where we were at the thickness of like money coming out, and now money's starting to come back in. So we got the VWAP on the opposite side. Hopefully we might get a curvature like this. I was looking with my eyes, get a nice little curve, half circle. Maybe get a half circle right here. We start working our way back up. What we don't want to see is an opposite trigger wave to happen, a bearish trigger wave, but I don't think we'll get that just because the longer time frames are bullish. You guys see any patterns right now? DBSI says we're projecting the next candle to be green. That's kind of a funky channel. It's really tight with these larger wicks down. We don't want to close the blood diamond and the X try to push us down on the daily. They're just like, nah, dude, we're not going down. And we already know everything is bullish on the weekly. All right, let's scroll into. You guys want to do chill guy or pop cat? Chill guy or pop cat? You guys, man, I stayed up so late freaking streaming last night. I was up till, I don't know, freaking like 10 o'clock, 10:30. But, you know, as a garbage guy, we get up hella early, man. Charles, did you sign up for the BidFi? Somebody signed up again, and they didn't email us the thing. We're just waiting to give somebody 100 Cardano, but we don't. We had a couple people sign up, but they haven't emailed us a username. Sky? Mass dog? Mass dog? Where did you hear about Ski Mass Dog? It's a new one for me. Got a lot of money flow, that's for sure. He mass dog. Well, we just made a green dot with the curvature show the 24 minute, which is saying the short term time frame will go up. Dude, I haven't heard of this before, man. Before I came out dog with hat, huh? 24 minute is a little bullish. Money flow is still coming down though. You know, when we get into trades like these and I can't quite figure out where the hell is going, it generally make me worried. It's about to do something. It looks like we're about to break out, which could be a good sign. We could be looking at possibly 9 cents. That's just based off basic technical drawing on the 24 minute. We're breaking out on there. There's a pattern still on the 1 hour, but the problem is look, remember I was telling you, red dot, green dot, 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 red dot, green dot. I think we're going to break down. I don't know how. I'm just thinking it's probably going to break down. Influencers, man. I love influencers, and sometimes they drive me crazy, bro. Because a lot of times they push the crap out of coins so they can dump them on your head. I also believe that a lot of influencers know that people depend on them because a lot of people can't do their own TA. And so they know they can kind of get away with it in a weird way. Yeah, well, yeah, it's funny because, you know, we were talking about this pattern I was just talking about pulling us down. The VWAP's technically on the downward side, green, money flow coming down, but we have a doji candle right here, which is kind of interesting. It does show some sort of indecisiveness. Let's look at a longer time frame, see if that gives us more confluence. Well, we got a red dot. That's probably why we're getting this funky confluence. Obviously, everybody knows when you start going straight up, it's getting like to a point of either it's going to smash down or smash up. We do have a red dot, which is this red dot right here. We have a doji. Doji is not confirmed yet. We got 1 hour left, and in the current status, it is bearish. I'd probably put a short on it. I think you have more likely that a short will play out. That doesn't mean it will play out. I'm just saying it is more likely to play out, at least in what I have seen. I think I'm entitled also to say this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, because I am not a financial advisor, but I do like reading charts and I like to tell you guys what I do see. And a lot of these coins I don't hold because I've never heard of Ski Dog before. I'm just telling you what I see. Or Ski Dog with hat or mask or whatever. That being said, and we look at this thick white blue oscillator wave, it's distance from that red meaty blue part. Dark blue meaty part. You know, so that's really good side. The relative strength index is jamming straight up. We just got the money flow in there. The VWAP is still technically above, which I would put that into a bullish sign. Excuse me. Can I go back to read it weekly? No, it's not that old. Not old enough to be able to pull off data like that. Well, we shall see what happens, right? That's the problem with these coins like this. It kind of shows you like a mixed feelings. It's lukewarm. You can't quite make out if it's going to break up or down. I mean, you can take educated guesses on each time zone and play each time zone, kind of slowly work your way up the larger time zone, but the larger time zone is usually the one that pays you out. Look at fart coin. Well, dude, it hit this support nicely, man. You could have seen that red dot right there, or even the double top. I could just see just from we just looked at the last one that had the double top. You know, it could have been a good short, waited out, made some money. What is this? This is bullish. We got green dot marking a bottom. And no, it's not. We don't have bullish divergence. Projected next candle would be red. VWAP coming down. Not a great sign. Usually VWAP coming down is a bearish sign. We're at the support. We just talked about that 1 hour. We had a green dot forming up. Money flow is still coming in. So we have a rounded bottom in the relative strength in that index. Actually, that has to be a pretty good sign. The 4 hour, we got that funky dots again, man. I just don't like those dots. I do and I don't. You know, you get them a lot, you kind of start recognizing it. I also noticed the market size for A is really wide right now, really far apart. That's usually when it's tight. That's usually when F wants to break. See right here, it gets really effing tight, and then it snaps. And now we're super far apart, so we're probably like far apart like this, so it's going to have to come together again before it snaps. And we could make a pattern like this, kind of trade sideways. Could dip down to like this support. This is literally looks exactly like this other level right here. You shoot up, you come down, make that support, and then keep going. I got a phone call fast. Okay, back to it. I think everything else is pretty much bullish on the daily, right? Oh, you see what I see? Still got the bearish div. We had the bearish div right there. Money flow is starting to look like it might be peaking. VWAP's curving down. Ooh, that's not my favorite sign. And I think it is called consolidating. It's going to consolidate a little bit to the downside before it makes a move up. Jumping into some Nero. Charles, what do you think about that article I read earlier with Tether and Fitzgerald and what was the other company? Tether, Fitzgerald, and you guys know what I'm talking about. With combining to do what MicroStrategy does, but on a larger scale. I'm actually kind of surprised Nero didn't break down any harder. I mean, if you looked at it, the money flow was coming down pretty fast and rapidly. You got a green dot, blue oscillating waves marked bullish, but we had a fat jump, dude, to the VWAP. Hold the relative strength index. I wonder if that was a whale buy. It's still technically bullish with the blue oscillator waves behind the money flow. I'm a little nervous about it though, because if this makes it's not confirmed, so I'm projecting out. You're not supposed to project out, so maybe I should not say anything. But I would keep my eye on it just in case it makes a trigger wave. I'll start to want to make a trigger wave. Oh yeah, dude. But Fitzgerald, they're like Fitzgerald, Tether. You know, I'm gonna. Did I close that article? I think I did. Dang it. Fitzgerald. You know, I'm gonna pull it back up. I'm just gonna tell you. Don't look. I just opened up my email. No, email. Go away. I can't see anything. Okay, 1 second. I pulled up my email. I'm completely blind right now. My internet must be slow. Oh, frick it. I don't care anymore. Yeah, regardless, it's like MicroStrategy's on steroids, though. It'll be good. It'll be good for Bitcoin. So, you know, I hear a lot of people talk about Bitcoin and what they think the top is. I think the top is going to be between 140 and 180, and that's without, like, any drawing. I didn't draw the top. I'm just projecting a 140 top, and I think we're going to wick to, like, 180 or something like that, and that's going to be it. I think we got one leg up, one more. Some people think, you know, the next floor we might be running up to right now will be 130K, and then we'll cool off in the summer, and then we'll get one last leg up for the Christmas run. I don't know, man. You know, traditionally, like November to January is usually when we end. But I get nervous, man, when we get near the end. That's how fast the gains come and go. You guys seen Trump coin today, dude? Freaking took off, bro. I was literally watching it right here, and within 1 hour, it went up to $16 out of nowhere. I still don't quite know. Look at the VWAP, dude. Sharp ass VWAP, man. Handle's so large, dude. I was trying to get more information on it by zooming out. I'm gonna go to a different time zone so I can see it a little bit better. It's pretty interesting, man, how, like, do I have my market cipher, where's that, adjusted, right, SR, settings, should be set to the 15 minutes. So, get this, so like market cipher SR is saying, you should buy right here on this yellow line. So you put your long order in, or you buy it, or whatever. And then it didn't tell you to sell it till like the freaking top. And you're like, how the frick did it know that? Right here. It's just interesting to me how smart these tools can be. I don't even know what caused it. What am I looking at? The VWAP's down below. It's pulling us back down to like a little bit of reality, which is good because that's what we want. We're gonna do this funky support, bro. Like, okay, so let's chart this out. Okay, so our next level of support. I'm stretching this back so we can take a look. Okay, look at all those levels we jumped through, dude. That's insane. Do we have anything up higher over here too? Yeah, there it is. Just farther back, obviously. Okay. Now we can come back to a little bit of reality and have some data to actually look at Trump coin. Oh, really? I missed that. Top 220 holders get dinner with them. Oh. You know, Charles, I had dinner with him 2 times in Mar Largo. That's fun, man. I have a signed hat from him. Oh, just adjust my trend line. Yeah, I think I'll probably come back down, at least the $11 range. I mean, it's coming down from the VWAP. Money flow's coming down. Blue oscillator waves coming down. Down. Money flow's still green. Man, dude, charts are so much more boring today. I mean, yesterday was a lot more fun to look at. Bullish momentum ending, obviously. I thank you, Dr. Seuss. But the money flow's still going up, man. Red wave's still covering up, so, daily time frame looks fine. Dude, I want to check out that chill guy. I remember that dude came in, he was talking about chill guy. Dude, you don't have to tell me, bro. I lived that, dude. You know how much money I lost when he came out of Trump coin? Freaking nuts, bro. Freaking nuts. It sent us into a bear market on this the next 3 months after that. I'm choosing to be like, that was a good time to buy because I did buy a lot. I bought a lot to me, man. I'm a freaking garbage guy, right? So I'm not an influencer for a living, but I don't know, I bought 3 or 4 or 5 grand Ondo during that dip, that 89 cents, and then I bought Squee at $1.80, I think, and $2.20. What went straight up, Charles? Dude, I have a really good friend at work, man. His name's Charles. He's a really good guy. I like dudes named Charles. He usually are honest and have good integrity. He also gave me a bag of rice. I ate some of that rice today, too. Chill guy in the 24 minutes bouncing off that zone. You know what's funny? Dude, I freaking told that guy, look at it. You see the bearish divergence? I literally drew this up that night with that dude. I said, bro, we're coming down. I hope he shorted it or sold because, man, that was a good call right there. You're my witness, Charles. I'm saying you're my witness. You saw me do that last night. bearish dip, man. Ugh. And it looks like the bears are still kind of in control. You could do loss of ground. I'm going to say this is going to be a loss of ground too as it gets going deeper. But, you know, it's kind of a catch-22. As deeper as it goes, the fatter anchor wave will make for the upside. And for it to go down doesn't necessarily mean that the price has to go down. It could also just be sideways. No. Bounce off this trend line. If we close below this, our next level will be, before we get to that other one, we can have a little bit right here. That's what I would expect. And then I would be starting to look at maybe possibly getting bullish. Good money flow coming down. The last third of the wave, you know, like, dude, I called that sucker last night, man. Makes me feel good. I should have shorted this. I literally saw it. You know why I streamed so late last night? My brain was mush. And then I panic sold my short on Bitcoin, sucker. That's not a very good sign, man. I don't know what these candles are doing. But if you look at those candles, they're not telling you this is bullish. You know what I mean? Like, if I saw some candles looking like these 4 red ones right here with the little doji in the middle, I'd be like, that's not a good sign. And I might not be the best TA guy, technical analyst out there, but that does not look good to me. I think of this trend line. Come back there before we decide what we're gonna do. We don't have their divergence though on the daily. 12 hours. Red dot. Marking a bullish end on this 15 hour. Yeah, I'm not giving that much support. What's your biggest bag, Charles? Made a higher high. Oh, Ondo and Sweet made a higher high? Or you're saying you want me to look at Ondo and Sweet? That's a bearish candle. Bad candle. Actually, maybe that's a bearish candle. And this is more of a bullish candle. Dude, Ondo and Sweet, man. I like Ondo and Sweet. BitBoy and Cassie got me an Ondo and Sweet at first, and then I started hearing other people talk about it. I'm like, you know, maybe I should take a look at this. Daniel, son. I don't know how to wave back, Daniel. Welcome back, Daniel. Oh, dude, look at that. That's a good sign right there, the 24-minute. I like that. Curvage. We haven't quite clipped to get that green dot, but it's looking pretty savagely close. But I just noticed something. It is kind of negative that we have the anchor wave so deep. Like I said before, sometimes it takes a couple smacks on the ass to get it through. See over here. 88 came down. We smacked it once at 27, came right back up. They're at 77, smack. 40 came back up. We had to smack it again. 57, smack it again. And then we were finally able to break down. So we might kind of chill out here for a while, but hopefully this flips bullish and we can start heading our way up. Strength's weak on the 24-minute. The 1 hour obviously still shows you could get a little bit more to go. Dude, honestly, I would possibly look and put in a longer at this trend line right here. And I wouldn't expect it to close below that, but maybe a wick. Or hour. Money flow still thick, VWAP coming down, so it's coming down more. Likely, it's more likely to come down more, which is what we're guessing, and that's why we put this trend line right here. If it falls below that, dude. You could also put a long down here. You know what? Maybe put the long down here, because if you're up here, you're kind of like possibly taking less profit. But if you're put down here, you're risking. If your trade doesn't get fulfilled, then whatever, you find another better setup. But if it does come down here, you got the more money can be made and less money be lost. So that's always a good rule of thumb. Oh, what do you think of this? What do you think of this, Charles? Do you think this is a double top right here? You see a double? Is this a double top? You got one right here, one right here. Is that at least something that should be worried? Same, we're overbought still, oversold. Should be going up more. That's curving down. Strength's probably curving down too. The waves are starting to curve, flip on each other. VWAP's coming down. Not very thick money flow to say anything. I wonder if that's a double top. Even on the daily, it could be a double top. So what you got going right for the daily is we do got the money flow. Instead of leaving, it's coming in. We haven't clipped yet, which is if it's a double top, it should have clipped already. Strength's still coming up. We're still saying we're oversold, so we should keep going up. I got that right. I knew we were oversold. I said it right that time. I feel pretty good about that. Got a green dot. Market cipher is just turning good. I like market cipher B green dots over market cipher A. These ones are like, they hit like every third time, I would say, which is a really great sign when they do hit, because they play out like fantastically. We go to weekly. We're still closing, dude. It's still good. It's still looking solid on the weekly. Short term, Ondo come down a little bit. Oh, keep it out of the double top. Good news is you got the other time frames playing into your favor. Sweet. He's always been a solid pick, man, and plays right. Does the game right. Man, all 5 EMAs though are freaking far apart. They're far apart. I can see right here off the top, you get lost momentum. Looks like maybe lost momentum, strength coming down. We're marking that we're over. Bot. We should come down more. That pattern's kind of a bearish pattern too. I'm trying to see if we see bearish divergence. That's not what we want to see. I do see bearish divergence. So I'm thinking SWE's gonna come down. Unless this green dot played out and cancels the bearish divergence. Thick money wave though. That's what we got going for it. But we got a green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. It kind of came down. Maybe that canceled it. Green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. You kind of get that slightly upward momentum. Red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. Should have came down. Oh, no, it didn't really play out till a little later. The money flow, don't be peaking money flow. We want you to keep going up. I see a flatter top. You see the flatter top? And VWAP, wop, VWAP. Dude, that Inca trigger wave, dude, that called it right there. On the 4 hour. 12 hours getting just turned over bot. So it should probably come down. Strength is mimicking the strength mimicking the exact of the overboughtness. Blue oscillator wave still peaking up. VWAP looks like it's coming down. We're still in a little bit of baby money flow, but not enough to be like, I'm bullish on that baby money flow. Baby butt money flow. The daily still looks fine. I don't see anything wrong with the daily, to be honest with you. So we could still see, maybe by tomorrow, we can start flipping bullish on it. We'll have to see how tomorrow really plays out. And I'm talking about tomorrow because I'm saying give this 12 hours enough time to close to kind of give us a sign of direction to go. Check on BTC real fast. Ooh, that's looking pretty flat. 12 hours. Oh, you know, this could be a sign for SWE too. So I just said come back 12 hours to take a look at SWE. Well, this closes in 8 hours and we have a red dot. And it looks pretty similar to the SWE pattern. Where'd SWE go? I think SWE obviously went up more because it's an altcoin. And SWE. See, starting to clip. 12 hour. A little bit of red. The blue oscillator waves are getting around that rounded top. A little bit of money flow. VWAP curving down. Okay, let's see what VWAP curving down. A little bit of money flow. Red dot. I don't know, man. If you compare it to Bitcoin, which kind of everything kind of follows Bitcoin, I think, and SWE's played a tandem pretty well with Bitcoin. And the chart wise, I would say that a little bit of a bearish. A little bit of bearish. Come on, bitty bit. As much as I want you to go up, I want you to cool off so we can have a better run up. Yeah, so I'm gonna change this music because I'm feeling kind of over this music. I would change it. I don't know. I just need something different. Makes better my ears. It's kind of like magical music. I feel like I'm on a pod right now. The DXY, you know, Bitcoin kind of does the opposite. DXY says on the 1 hour it has a red X. You know, also, the DXY has bearish divergence too. Which that generally could be a good sign for Bitcoin, right? DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. Maybe the gold bottom. That's a weird freaking spot. Bottom. What? Why would you bottom right here with gold? Dude, is this a fat Jesus take the wheel or what? You see that? Chunky Jesus take the wheel. You saw that start closing up right there. You could have hit that long. Check out this pattern right here. Look at all these dots, bro. Red dot, you could say red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. You could put in a short, still these red dot, green dots, red dots, green dots. You're like, it's coming. You're like, I can see them losing momentum. You're like, finally. You didn't want to put a short there. You would have lost. You would have lost that one. Dude, that was some weird Christmas tree firing off right there. Could put a long in on this green dot on market cipher on the 1 hour. I'm gonna sneeze. And it's coming. And because I said it, it went away. Dang it. I held it in. Somebody try to manipulate gold. Hey, check it out though. You get rid of the yellow X's, you get rid of the green dots, you go green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, and put the long in on that pattern. Dude, you would have caught that perfectly. Dude, I don't know what it is, but when it's not one clear dot telling you something, you get a bunch of like misfiring signals. Whenever the blue waves, they go with the red dot and green dots. Yes, the green dot was the firing wave that I think you could have longed it if it was a red dot. You could have longed this red dot, you would have been fine. Green dot right here. I need to figure out how to trade gold. I think trading gold would be kind of fun. All right, you guys are good. You guys are happy. Can I be done? You guys want to look at anything else? Because I'm kind of feeling a little congested. Dude, Microsoft B is clutch, Charles. Do you have it? Do you read the Trading View, or am I like one of the influencers that you watched use it? I feel like I see all the influencers, but I feel like a lot of them don't explain it as well. Yes, Microsoft B is clutch. Yes, Did you say yes? I'm the only one that uses it. I feel like too a lot of influencers don't explain all 5 EMAs. Oh, you do trade, okay. And 5 EMAs are really good, dude. Crypto Life uses those, dude. He's fire. He's the first guy that got me into trading. I first joined his group. He's a great dude too. He's a great guy. I don't think he's ever said anything bad about anybody. Oh, you do use Market Cipher, okay. Well, I know PAX G is gold. I know that, but I wasn't sure if you could actually trade it. I've never really bothered to look. I just kind of threw it up on my indicators. Well, I guess you could trade it, huh? You trade it on MXT. Why does it look a little different though? Do I have PAX Gold tip on the bottom? Okay, so this is PAX Gold. This is gold. Oh, I guess it looks pretty similar. It looks a little different, just a little bit. Okay, I want to look that back up. PAX GUST. Spot. That spot looks a lot similar. A little different, but spot looks, I think, a little cleaner. Yeah, I might start trading gold just because it's fun. Who taught you how to trade, Charles? Did you just teach yourself? Kind of like one of those things that's not super easy to pick up. Silver looks like it still wants to keep going too in the 12-hour. I like silver too. YouTube. Well, yeah, but who showed you on YouTube? Did you find influencers, or did you just find videos? Red X. Trading silver, Red X. Could be actually kind of worthwhile. Green, red, long. Prolonged it right here. Even prolonged it right here. Made some money. Red dot, get out. Red X, get out. Thumbs down. You get the green dot, long. Inca trigger wave. Played it. Red X. Chickened out, get out, whatever. Waited around, get the green dot. Could have played it. Mike from Buy the Dip. Buy the Dip? Crypto Lifer, dude. Frankie Candles. Oh, yeah, dude. You like Banter? I don't know, man. Banter's kind of a weird dude, I think. He's too pitchy for me. I never heard of Florida entry. I know Frankie Candles really well. Crypto Lifer. Dude, yeah, Lifer's fire, man. He's just a smart guy. Mike from Buy the Dip. Buy the Dips. I think I know this guy. You know if Mike had ever gotten into Pluto Alliance? His name sounds super familiar. Oh, dude, Jeb's fire. Oh, what's going on, man? There's like 5 crypto bans as people, but I'm thinking of like, I think I'm thinking of the one guy, you know, like the Indian dude. Kyle Dupes and Dylan Lord of Entry, or the best, I think. Never heard of either of those two guys. How popular? How many? I'm gonna look them up right now. Subscribe to them. Kyle Dupes. Oh, he's pretty big. He's pretty big. Oh yeah, I don't care for Rand either. That's it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Dylan Lord. I'm gonna have to follow these guys. Check out their TA. You guys, Charles, you have any Polkadot? You know, I used to be a huge Polkadot guy. This is like 2020. Oh, it might be 2020. Maybe 2021. And I was like, dude, I want to look into Gavin Whoops because he's like helped create ETH, and he, you know, he left ETH. He's like, there's problems with that. I'm gonna go make Polkadot. And Charles created Cardano. Dude, I want to get into action, dude. And so I thought it was really cool to be a layer 0. And I like the staking. 12% back when it offered. And then I found Gavin Woods, bro. He was doing an interview, and he was talking about Polkadot, and he said some really effed up stuff in this interview. And I was like, bro, I was like, morally, I can never buy Polkadot. Like, no matter how much I liked it, it went so strongly against human nature. After I found out what Gavin Woods was into, I was like, bro, I couldn't do it. He talked about what he wanted to rename the project Polkadot and his reasons behind it, and they were pretty raw, bro. They were very evil. No, he's very evil. And I probably wouldn't have ever believed it because I was such a Polkadot guy. But the fact that he came from his mouth, and then I tried to find that video later, and they took it off YouTube. I was like, I wonder why. And then he was, removed from the foundation of Polkadot. I was like, dude, I bet you anything it had something to do with that crap he was talking about on YouTube. I couldn't believe it. He put it on YouTube. No, Charles. Alex Becker clearly pushes Cardano. He's a huge Cardano guy. He actually had some good stuff to say the last couple of times about Cardano and it making gains. Because he thinks that Cardano is an easy 10x. I really think it was interesting about that midnight, man, with Cardano, and it being dropped to everybody's wallets on chain. But the only way to claim your midnight is to go on the Polkadot chain. Yeah, Alex Becker, he loves Cardano, friends. You trace his wallet, dude. He has so much Cardano in it. Heck, man. I'm probably gonna jump off, Charles. Pretty tired. I was up pretty late last night. Feeling slightly under the weather, but I ain't gonna let that keep me from my people. But me and Trent will be back on tomorrow at 7:30. Is it 7:30 for you, or do you live in a different time zone? We'll Pacific Northwest. Hide out here. Oh, what's up, Daniel? I'm sure you're still here. Okay, one of you two. Somebody in here needs to claim that 100 ADA, man. I don't know if one of you guys are the ones that signed up a BitFi, because we can see who signs up. And no one's even us their username yet. But if you guys haven't, check out the link in the description for BitFi. Create an account, super duper easy, man. No KYC, just need an email. And then create a username. And New York, man, it's hella late, bro. Jordan, what's up, man? What up, what up, what up, dog? I was just, hey, Jordan, remember what I was telling you yesterday? I said, bro, check out the Bears divergence. Look how, dude, I freaking, I don't want to say I called it, but I did kind of call it. Now, I'm feeling like it's a good time to get in. Now I'm all like, hey, you know, I didn't have any, I should get some of this. Dude, yeah, man, we were popping off last night, bro. Freaking so many people were watching because the freaking whole market was going ape. I was just telling these guys that I stayed up past my bedtime, man. And I was just like, I can't get off. This is awesome. Good exposure. Freaking, I'm a garbage guy for a living, dude. So we always get up, you know, hella early in the morning. Garbage guy for a living. You know, I had some lady, I don't know if it's a lady, lived there. Pissed me the hell off though. They threw out some bags on the curb. I saw this dude walking his dog. I didn't connect the dog cell. You know, when I was coming back, the dude let his dog piss all over his bags, and I picked him up and fucking dog piss. Oh, I shouldn't swear. Frickin' dog piss came down me, man. I was so heated. I was like, where'd that guy go with his dog, dude? I was gonna throw one of these bags at him. I was so mad. Freaking smell like dog piss the rest of the day. People just don't think, dude. Freaking, where are we at? SPX, man. SPX, dude. I have some friends, dude. They got some big bags. I don't think I as big as you, Jordan, but some big bags. I think we're getting ready. Green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. It's playing from a green dot head up to the upside, up and away on the 24-minute. Excuse me, the 1 hour. It's looking solid. About a one flip. Make a green dot. Market's local low. You can see it right here. It's local. You know, I might put a trade in on this tonight. Put a long in. See, the 1 hour is looking good. 4 hours. Jesus, take the wheel. I always laugh at that. I don't think that's a double top. You think this is a double top, Jordan? Kind of broke above it, so it's kind of hard to say. Daily, it's not quite there. It's not quite near a double top, which is a good sign. Yeah, good story. I gotta keep the F words in, man. I'm on YouTube. I look like a garbage guy all the time. Sometimes I have to bring myself back in. What do I hold on spot? I hold... I got a bag of XRP, H-Bar, Crow, Ondo, Squee, V-Chain. Got some Super. I had FET, but I sold. I swapped into Squee. I was getting pissed off FET. And then Coinbase, I've been waiting for them to come out with a stupid token. Coinbase doesn't even want to support it. I was like, I'm getting rid of this dude. It came out. I got Turbo too. I got some Turbo. It was doing pretty solid today. It was just so oversold. Come down a little bit. The done coming down though? That is the question. No, it's not done coming down. It'll probably come down to 3 cents. Didn't they just do an article too about SPX? You think so, man? I can see it being on Coinbase. Robinhood's so freaking picky, though. What is the market cap of SPX? 100x. We put it at 10x is 5 billion. It could 100x at 50 billion. I feel like 100x to 50 billion is fine. 150 billion, that's a lot, dude. That's double what Doge got to last market. That would be huge. Do you think you'll double Doge's market cap from last cycle? Is that just off of hype, or is there? There's no TA showing it. Why do you think that? That's a big number. Oh yeah, guys. So also we created an X account today, so you should come follow us on X blockchain brew _ check out, we're always going to be posting alpha there. Just got started today. Well, that's a big mission, man. I think a lot of people set out to do that. I do. Oh, you know, I do. I think XRP might have a bigger mission, man. Make the whole freaking world use it. SPX, GME. That would be huge. GME's popping off, man. Like, you ever watch that guy? He's freaking on the board now. Doge, SHIB all combined together. You still think SHIB it got its lust? You think SHIB could keep going? What's SHIB's market cap? SPX is past it, right? Oh no way, I guess. SHIB? Oh my god, just 7.7 billion? Still? Wow, I didn't realize that SHIB was that big. Fucking huge. Doge is at 25 billion. Dude, that's freaking wild. That is pretty freaking wild that Doge is at 25 billion. Did SHIB give up on the meme ecosystem they were building? You know, remember like Bone and what was the other three memes? I always forget. Doge will hit 100 billion though. I actually see that. That's only a 4x. Only a 4x from here. And a 4x from here, it's not even its all-time high because it's so inflationary. 17 cents. What's the 4x? 80 cents. That might be its all-time high. 40, 80. Well, I think a 4x is just shy of it. Only a 4x though. Yeah, it is only a 4x. I agree with you, man. I think SPX 6900. It's going to be a solid play. A lot of people are pushing it too, and they do, like you said, they do got a big mission, and how much they ran up, and how well they handled like the whole market dip the last 3 months we're just coming out of was really surprising. We all hope Jordan's right, man. I was talking about last time, Jordan, what got me into Bitcoin, crypto was Doge. I remember I bought $100 worth of Doge, and they got me 10,000 coins. Frick, dude, I should have just aped in. I think at one point I had, I'm trying to remember, because it did like a 10x, I think, and then I put another $3 grand in. I think I had 163,000 Doge coins at the peak of last market. I didn't sell at the peak. I was so green at crypto. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I think I made like 40 grand on it. No, maybe, man. I bought on Robinhood, dude, and then I think I can't remember. I sold it or I moved it off Robinhood because Robinhood was locking everybody's Dogecoin because it was shooting up so high. Like, no, we're freezing everything. I was like, no, get it out, get it out, get it out. Yeah, profit is profit, man, for sure. But what that really did, dude, it got me thinking out of a 9 to 5. Like, I felt the gears change in my brain. I was like, dude, I think I understand this investing thing, man. You can make life-changing wealth just like that. Okay. I'm like, I could do this. Let's just keep on going and we'll figure it out. Did you that 100K last cycle? Frick, man. Was that on SafeMoon? Dude, I remember my buddy, he was telling me to buy SafeMoon. Like, still, I was super green, bro. I had like $500. I was like, should I buy SafeMoon or Litecoin? And I was like, SafeMoon's kind of a pain in the ass to buy with MetaMask. I should buy Litecoin. But the problem was, dude, that was the night SafeMoon launched, so that would have been 1,000x. I missed it, man. C-Swap. Cardano swap. That Cardano swap, dude, I lost money in ADA swap. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what C-Swap is. That was Joe Paris for you, man. He was like, this is the next 100x micro cap coin. You should get in it right now. This is the swap coin. This is where they launchpad. This is the ADA launchpad. You got to get in on this, and it's gonna go crazy to get in. And it's like, dude, I didn't make anything. You know, the minute it launched, I was like sitting there spamming the button. I'm like, yes, I did it. I'm like, I'm up $40. The next day, I'm down $20. That's okay. So go back up and down $10. Like, what the hell? This guy promised me the world. Oh, card swap. I remember card swap. Yeah. You know, I lost 100 grand in 2022 on ECTA RWA play, man. They looked so good, dude. I think they went, I don't know if they meant to rug us. Maybe they did. I think they just went bankrupt. Yeah, dude. Sunday Swap's pretty dead too, though. Dude, I thought Sunday Swap would have been the DEX for Cardano. I was like, dude, I want to get some Sunday token in this bear market, dude. I can't even figure out the supply of Sunday Swap. And then Trent was always like, Mint Swap, man, Mint Swap. And I'm like, that's too late now. I have too much stuff and other things. I don't want to over diversify myself. I already did that once. Kind of effed me up in the that May run that we had last year, dude. Frickin' fucked me up, man. But it's okay. Live and learn. Get better. Sharpen our skills. That's what happened. You know, Sunday Swap had big plans then, you know. Short-term greed, dude. Short-term greed. People think that's, you trade you only got one reputation, man. You freaking spoil that, dude, you're fricked. Dude, I get that, bro. I get that. Did you ever get into Pluto Alliance and do the NFTs with the Bitcoin crypto? Back then when you were talking about you get lifetime revenue from the YouTube revenue. If you bought their aliens, dude, I got hosed on that, bro. I think I threw like 60 grand into that. The greed is so bad, bro. I was watching CryptoFace talk about how he kind of balances like his greed trades, or greed, and he has like a short-term, long-term trade account to help balance, keep you from getting greedy. Dude, I know, man. Bitboard Crypto, dude, the OG, man. OGs get that. Dude, they put out some good content, man, for the longest time. You just have to be kind of careful about, trusting the shills. But if you were going in there for news, it had I liked it for like an hour long, but you got all the news like for the day, like right there. Boop. It was very, very good. BB NFTs, dude, I totally forgot about those. I remember BB NFTs, dude. It has been a long road, bro. It has been a long road. You think regulation's gonna come after this bull run? Do you think this bull run's gonna end, or do you think it's going to end, but end like like how it normally does, where we drop 80%, not overnight, but over the course of the year? I don't know, man. I think we might only drop like 50%. Yeah, I'm kind of over NFTs, at least for right now, man. I'll get back in NFTs like when they're actual thing. That's true. BTC could keep running. I was saying earlier that my end goal target for Bitcoin was 140 to 180. That's what I'm thinking. I think like 140, but with that much momentum, I can see like a wick to like 180, and then we'll come back down. That'll be the run. I don't know if we have two legs in us to get to 250 like everybody says. Everybody says that, bro. Everybody says around 200 for sure. And everybody said 100K for Bitcoin last run. They got 64,000. Wasn't even close. Yeah, it was cut short because of Sam Bankman-Fried, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I still have a little bit concerned. It's still a little bit concerning for me. Yeah, I'm still like a little confused in how he manipulated the price of Bitcoin down. Like, he was making like artificial Bitcoin, right? But I didn't think that was my understanding, right? But he was doing that with Anamita. I didn't think that was possible, though. That's the same thing the Fed does with the dollar. It's not. Sorry for swearing. Truck driver, man. Old habits die hard. Dude, that's what I'm looking for, man. I just want a decent run up. I have like these numbers in my head. I'm like, this is where I want to go. If I can make it there, I feel great. I don't care. I'll wait and DCA back in. I could wait around one more bull run. Now this is my second one. I got in with Dogecoin, so I don't know when you got in. But Dogecoin was like halfway through the bull run last time. So maybe it was near the beginning. It's hard to tell. It was like near the euphoric phase. And so this is like my real first 4-year cycle, educating myself. But I have an ability of what I do where I can do a lot of listening. So I think I'm a lot farther ahead than most people, because I can listen 12 hours a day. A lot of the time I can't find enough information out there. Yeah, well, they killed Celsius, 3 Arrows Capital, Voyager, BlockFi. They killed themselves, FTX. I think I might be forgetting one more. Oh, this is your third cycle? That's pretty good, man. You still got any Bitcoin from your first cycle? That's pretty solid. Bull to bear to bull again. Yeah, right. Yeah, I have some buddies, man. And it was like this is like their third cycle too. And they're like, did great the first time. Bull bear, or bull bear bull. And then like, I bought a bunch of NFTs. I went back into the bear and I lost everything. Now this is my third time getting back in, and I'm gonna do it this time. Oh, dude. Oh, that's old school, man. Mining it. I know my brother-in-law. He has like 100 Bitcoins on his laptop. But he doesn't have any way to access it. Like, well, you know, it's probably because the website, you know, was taken down and all that crap. So it's not like he even got his password in there. The coins would probably be gone. But he used to be able to answer like pop quizzes on the computer. And then, hey, we'll give you a quarter of a Bitcoin for answering the test, giving us your feedback. Back in the day. Yeah, I had a manager, man, at Boeing, and he had 20 Bitcoin. He used to mine them, and he had, like, you know, the setup in the garage. And instead, doing like his second bull run, he sold one coin for 20 grand, like the peak, and then Bitcoin started crashing. He sold 60 at 12, 8, 6, 3, or whatever when they went down to, sold all his coins, and he was so devastated what Bitcoin was at in 2021. He refused to get back into crypto. And I was like, bro, you took profits, man. I was all like, you can't beat yourself up over that, dude. You paid off your car, you got yourself a house, and get back into it, dude. Yeah, you might not be a miner anymore, but you know, who really wants to be a miner nowadays? It's so much electricity and all that crap. Your mate did the same thing? Dude, I just don't get it, bro. I was all like, taking profits is solid. You got it. You got to take profits and then keep building what you freaking stood for. You know, like the guys who led the way aren't even in it anymore. Yeah, dude, I don't get that, bro. I told him, dude, I was at Boeing for, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. I'm like, dude, you gotta get back into it, man. And you know, I was only 3 months into crypto, 4 months into crypto, because that was like when I got into Doge in 2021. I was like, dude, it's the future, dude. Like, you'll butt hurt now. Wait until 20 years from now, and you had all these people telling you to get back into it, and you wouldn't get back into it. You know, you're gonna be really butt hurt in 20 years from now. Dude, right? Yeah, man. Freaking, they had a little factory set up. They were mining this stuff. They took it so seriously to build all that, and then they just gave up. Which is funny because you don't have to necessarily sell your whole bag, you know. And it's also interesting too that they all sold it because, like, you could literally chart the history of it at the time. You know, in 2021 when you were selling, when you go back to 2017, you go back to 2013. And you could always kind of see it always kind of keeps going up gradually. Yeah, it gets retracements. You know what kind of got me though? I didn't get into it back then. I was like, dude, Bitcoin is going to lead to the revelations, one world global currency. It's going to be the end times type deal. I want nothing to do with it. And then one day I was thinking about it. I had like epiphany. And this dude's been out like, you know, 10 years, 7 years. I'm like, you know, I was like, I'm a single white dude in the middle of America. I'm like, do I really think I could stop revelations from happening in the Bible? Hell no. I might as well get rich, die on an island, and die in a barnyard or in a trailer. You know, you freaking die rich, man. God gave you a brain, use it to make money. Duh. Build his kingdom. Make your life easier, and when the world comes to an end, it's a matter of time till they tell us we can't buy anything without a chip in our hand or our brain. Hell no, man, I don't need that. That Neuralink is pretty cool, but dude, it wigs me out, man. I'm like, dude, I don't think I could do it. Even if I was paralyzed, it's easy to say that because I'm not. I don't think I could do it, bro. I just don't think I could do it. How long have I been streaming on YouTube? Oh, about 7 weeks and 1 day. No, I've always been like an outgoing person. Like I have no problem talking to anybody, dude. I talk to people about crypto all the time. Before I came on YouTube, I used to teach courses like at my friend's house. I'm like, hey guys, come on over. I'll teach you about Bitcoin. Let me draw up a blockchain for you and tell you why Bitcoin can't get hacked. Because that was a whole theory that I thought I didn't want to really get into because Bitcoin get hacked. Now, really, especially nowadays with all that computer power, it'd be like double the whole world. Branches for the win. Yeah. It's pretty interesting that the stuff they're coming out with. That's what everybody says. First 700 subs is the hardest. I do got me and Trent do have a secret weapon though. You know. We do have a secret weapon. I'll love to tell you guys about it sometime. Secret weapon. You could say we're new, but we're not new to the space. There's hints, subtle hints we drop. What's up, JG? You made it, man. I kept trying to get off, but I ended up sticking around. Me and Jordan just chatting it up, man, about the history of us getting in. Jordan has a pretty similar story to me, except he beat me by 1 cycle. Things I like about memes, man. Memes are great for making money. I like the volatility of them. You just can't FOMO in. Did you bring a water, JG, or you're smoking a big fat joint? I used to do cannabis, man. Not too often. Back when before I was a truck driver and I worked at Boeing, I used to have one like, I don't know, once every 2 months. My buddy, dude. My neighbor, he was this vegan organic guy. Dude, he was the coolest guy ever. He used to like keep some cannabis out the back. I was supposed to smoke with him, but he had it like in a jar, and he was like, he bought it from this guy who's like never used chemicals, never did anything, and he's like, it's all organic, and you got to air out the jar every other week, and blah 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 blah. Back in the day, but now I have my CDL, I can't. Dude, it's so funny, man. The dude's vegan, right? He had 2 chickens. And he always had eggs, but he couldn't eat the eggs. He'd always come to my house, like, hey, you want these eggs? Hell yeah, I want your eggs. I'm like, why do you don't want them? No, I'm vegan, and then we just keep them as pets. Okay, I like this setup. You're a good neighbor. This is going to be a good working relationship. Wow, dude. You know what's funny, Jordan? So I'm a garbage guy, right? Dude, that's one of my things I always look for is like PCs from like 2012, laptops, or even hard drives, towers, pull out the memory. But I'm always trying to look for one that has the Bitcoins on it. Yeah, granted, like you're probably going to have a way to get into the wallet. But typically back in 2012, when people were throwing out Bitcoins by like 20, 30, 40 coins at a time, a lot of times they had those stupid passwords in the Google Docs or WordPad, or you know what I mean? So whenever I see one, I've always got to pull it out and check. I found this 2012 Alienware laptop. This chick had it, dude. She was a robotics engineer. Dude, I thought for sure she had crypto. I took it into some repair shop. I was like, hey man, can you hook this up and try to get it working? He did, dude. He got in, dude. I was able to get around the passwords and everything, and I was like, dude, that blew me away. Didn't end up having any Bitcoin on it, but I'm always keeping my eye out for one of them. Dude, you know it, bro. You know it, man. We have a landfill out in Maple Valley. I always would like to go out there and freaking walk around looking for old laptops. I don't think it's nasty, dude. You ever been to a landfill, at least down here, dude? It smell like ass, too. Dude, they are, man. They are, dude. It'd be crazy, man. Jordan, did I show you what I found last week? I know I showed JG. I'll go grab it for you. Give me a second. I found this last Monday. This is what I found last Monday, man. Look at this out. It's freaking saxophone, bro. Freaking, it has to buy like, you know, the mouthpiece for it. But the whole thing freaking works, dude. You're in the AU, is that Australia? Hey Siri, where's the AU? No, AU. Where's AU at, Siri? Siri thinks I'm talking about me. Where's AU at? I don't know that location off the top of my head. Yeah, JG, cool stuff. Just chilling like a villain, man. Kind of a boring day in the markets. Nothing really pumped out of the ordinary. Besides Trump coin, apparently I didn't realize that his top 220 holders got Trump coin. You gotta go to Merrill Argo. Too bad that's all Hayden and his freaking buddies. All insiders, bro. All those guys should go freaking jail. Well, I care. These scammers. They just disappeared. Anyways, I think I'm gonna bounce. Jordan, you should come join us tomorrow. Trent's gonna be here. We'll go over a lot more stuff. Freaking tired. Long day. 7:30 Pacific Northwest time. I don't know whatever time that is for you, Jordan, but we'll be on right whatever time you join me. Have a good night, guys. Take care. T-Square out. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. We got X count up. Just got to go in today. Come follow us at blockchainbrew_. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Peace.